Legends or Seniors Golf is enjoying a golden run at the box office at the moment. The NZ PGA have been busy touring the country, promoting tournaments offering prize money ranging from $10,000 to $180,000. The Handa New Zealand Senior Masters broke new ground recently when the money on offer made it the second richest men's golf tournament behind the New Zealand Open.
I'm surprised it took this long to become popular. You know, the names that you see in senior golf now are recognisable because their career grew in the TV era. So, you know, a lot of people know who they are, recognise them, and hence, with the price of getting involved in a regular tournament event being so high now, senior golf gives sponsors and supporters a different level, but still the same game and a lot of energy to it.
One of the biggest supporters of seniors golf for both men and women is a Japan philanthropist, Dr. Haruhisa Handa, a man who boasts 3 PhDs, the key to the country of Cambodia, and a master's from the Juilliard School of Music. Dr. Handa has become the father of seniors golf throughout the world.
I have a policy. I do not want to do the events that the companies can sponsor it. But I have been thinking the contribution to society. As a philanthropist, I like to contribute to the society through golf and golf culture.
It came as a surprise to Dr. Handa that he'd singly sponsored the second richest golf tournament for men in New Zealand.
It is a great honor for me. No, I promise you to sponsor not only this year, make it nicer year by year, make it sophisticated, the good reputation tournaments. But that's just my, I think, happiness.
Wayne Smith, who spends much of his year promoting Dr. Handa's golfing interests, explains the sponsorships.
It snowballed very quickly from one event some 5 years ago to, in the last 12 months, some 15 odd events that Mr. Handa's involved in around the world, and hence I'm involved in. So it is sort of a little bit scary, to be perfectly honest.
The choice of MILLBROOK as a venue was never in doubt, and with Greg Turner's additional 9 holes being recently open for play, the course was presented in magnificent condition. The tournament attracted a plethora of former top players, with 2 major winners providing the glamour. Back for more, the 63 Open champion Sir Bob Charles, and maintaining an equally high calibre of player, former US PGA champion Wayne GRADY.
The thing I really admire about Bob is, well, he's just a class person to start with, but nothing's changed in him in all the years he's been playing golf. His swing, his mannerisms, everything about him. He never gets upset, he's never high or low. And the way he handled Mr. Handa and Mr. Ishii today, and just his demeanour and everything is fantastic. And he's not a sir, he's a saint, I reckon. He's sensational.
The MILLBROOK tournament was played over 3 days, with amateurs enjoying the company of their better-known professional partners in the first 2 rounds. Prominent on the leaderboard after day 1 were 2 Aussies, Wayne GRADY and Noel Ratcliffe, both scoring 3 under 69s. By day 2, however, the presence of European Tour Rookie of the Year in 2009, the Australian Mike Harwood, was felt. A brilliant 6 under 66, per virtue of shots like this. Harwood, a runner-up in the British Open back in '91, more than happy to be in Queenstown for his first ever visit. The biggest challenge was about to emerge from fellow Aussie and now a noted course designer, Mike Clayton. The lanky Clayton has a solid game and showed great judgment here on 9. Dr. Handa's achievements for a man under 60 are quite staggering, but it's clear he has a great love of the game, and his interest was generated by a meeting with a Japanese blind golfer many years ago. He's become the key sponsor of blind golf globally. With such an unmatched record of achievements, one wonders how Dr. Handa finds time to sleep.
These 23 years, I didn't have any holidays. No, I don't discriminate. Morning and afternoon and night, I don't discriminate. Equal, make it equal, yeah?
It's his unabashed confidence to perform, and when I asked him about his love of singing, his response was totally unexpected.
Last year, I performed Don Giovanni. De peña la finestra, oh mio tesoro, debe consolar il pianto mio. is Don Giovanni, or Che bella cosa na giornata sole, nell'aria serenado, buona tempesta, per l'aria fresca, pareggia la festa. Che bella cosa na giornata sole, mare tu sole, che bello in oh sole mio, sta in fronte a te, oh sole mia, sta in fronte a te, sta in fronte. Something like that.
That's good. You're very talented, though. Listen to them. They love you.
Yeah.
They love you.
His friends are not...
Later that evening, after a welcome from MILLBROOK owner Mr. Aishi Ishii, Dr. Handa took his talents to an even bigger audience. The gala dinner gave a touch of glamour to the 3-day program of events at MILLBROOK Resort. But it was time to get back to the golf. After day 2, HARWOOD led by 3 from GRADY and former Open runner-up New Zealand's Simon Owen. A memorable tee-off on 1, with all 3 players being runners-up in the Open Championship. Owen in 78, GRADY in 89 and HARWOOD in 1991. Wayne Grady started well, picking up a birdie after a great approach shot on the opening hole. Playing a group ahead of the leaders, Clayton moved to 5 under after this fine approach shot on the 4th. He would later convert it into a solid birdie. Clayton making an early move at HARWOOD. By hole number 4, though, HARWOOD was into his rhythm. He had this birdie putt to get to 10 under, 4 clear of the chasers. Wayne Grady's challenge faded on 10 with this putt for birdie. He missed the short one back for a bogey 5. Clayton looked the only likely threat to HARWOOD's dominance. This tee shot on the short 11th, a sign of hope. But later on 15, HARWOOD had the tournament by the throat. At 10 under, he was still 4 clear of the chasers. Clayton had a late burst on 17 to get within 3. But HARWOOD was home for the money, closing with a birdie on 18 for a final round of 70 to win by 4. Mike HARWOOD looks set now for a successful year on the European Tour. He was full of praise for the Queenstown area.
Weather's just fantastic, but more importantly, just Queenstown's just an amazing place. I've never been here before, so next year I'm going to make sure I come back for a lot longer, for a couple of weeks rather than just the 4 days.
The Handa New Zealand Senior Masters expected to be bigger and better in 2011.